bells ring out over the picturesque Monaghan townlands, and the weather conditions are ideal for today's Hillgrove Hotel Monaghan Stages Rally. First on the road is multiple winner Niall Maguire, navigated by Paul McLaughlin, who set an impressive opening time of 8:02 on the 8.5-mile stage. The McIlvanney-supported Subaru is on a charge to repeat previous successes of past victories. English visiting crew Jim Harrison and Harvey Bell opened their account with a matching fastest time, but just look at the wisp of smoke from the front of the car. Trouble cannot be very far away for the Cheshire crew.
Max step into max crest, 70 over crest, 90 right long. Yeah, that's bad. 70. Medium right, 70.
Adrian McIlvanney and Paul Goodman also have to uphold local honours and are getting used to the new Subaru. The gear lever, or magic wand as Adrian prefers to call it, is working a whole lot better since the first time he used it in Kerry. His times and car control reflect this accordingly, but trouble is up ahead of them as they arrive at the accident of Jim Harrison, whose car has had a serious off and blocks the stage.
Caution, small crest, 10, 6 left. Down the bottom of the pole, 6 left. Go on ahead. 6 left, 50. Get out. Don't down there.
Patrick Elliott has just acquired a new Subaru and is hoping to make a big impression in this year's season, but a smoke-filled cockpit forces him to retire early. Forest regular Kevin Lynch is also hoping to perform well in the championship this year in his S9 Impreza, but unfortunately mechanical failure adds another name to the Subaru casualty list. Ray Breen and Andrew Purcell tied with Adrian McIlvanney on the second stage, and this increased the pace to heat things up a little on the Monaghan stages. The only Ford car in the top 10 is championship regular David Armstrong, with Herbie Blackburn calling the notes. The crew are always there or thereabout and have an excellent finishing record, which is vital for gathering points. Glenn Allen is a surprise entrant to this event, as he is normally a forest expert, and it shows with locking wheels. He is no stranger to tight and narrow terrain. Former championship-winning car in the hands of Sean Gallagher also makes interesting work of this section, but the Escort will be hard pushed to keep up with the newer machinery.
60, stay right over crest, jump 40, 1 left, okay, into 1 left again, 40, turn square left. 40, hairpin left, tight and narrow.
The Hyundai accent of Cathal Authors is a cat among the pigeons to upset the Subaru's stranglehold in Irish rallying. At 4th overall, Authors shows that he's well on the pace with a new car and a new navigator, Jake Kelly.
Right 20 here now, big jump, 40. Through junction. Set, 1 left, 40. Crest narrows, 3 left and 2 right. 40, crest, 100 test entrance, go now, 100, go.
Maynooth's Kevin Barrett in the McKinstry-run Subaru never fails to put in a good performance, and he survives the first loop despite a broken rim. With Barry Goodman navigating, the Triton Showers sponsored driver will be pushed hard all the way to the finish.
40, long 2 left over crest, slowing over 60, turn 5 left, 40. That's it, well done, narrow 5 left, 80.
Alan Nesbitt has a hard act to follow to uphold his family's good name, but later it'll be the car that falters, not the driver. The clutch in his Celica will cry, enough, and retirement will beckon.
Mark, last year's winner of Group N, this year you're in a different spec of a car. Why did you make the change?
Well, they're a quicker car and there's a wee bit more fun involved in driving them. We finished the Nationals in the Group N. This was the next step forward, so we're going to have a crack at it.
And of course you must be expecting the competition to be that little bit harder.
Oh, absolutely. We don't know how we're going to measure with the WRCs, but we're out to enjoy ourselves and see how we get on.
40 caution turn, unseen, square left over gravel tight. Unseen, square left. 40, 6 left here. So 6 left here, gravel. 60 then, gravel. Repeat gravel everywhere. Double caution, 3 left into 5 right, watch it.
David McNulty and Keith Kilcoyne are championship regulars and regular class winners. This event sees them trying to keep up the winning performance on round 2 of the championship. In charge and in the lead from the front is Niall Maguire, but fellow local man Adrian McIlvanney is the young pretender to the throne, as we see with this twin shot just how equal the two Subarus are in tandem. McIlvanney has the bit between his teeth and is willing to put the 2002 championship winner to the test in front of their home crowds.
Turn 6 left, don't cut. Don't cut. 50, left, anyway. 70, keep left over crest, okay. 70, left over big crest. 50, keep middle over crest. 70, keep middle over big jump here. 100, keep middle over crest.
Ray Breen is the bridesmaid to the ferocious battle up front and is willing to take up the mantle should there be a demise of the two leading men from Monaghan. David Armstrong is very committed and jumps to great heights in the escort, but the dated technology of his car is no match to the Japanese supercars. Glenn Allen follows suit but suffers from the prognosis that his car is about 2 seconds a mile slower than the Subarus. Completing the trio of escorts is the ultra-reliable car of Sean Gallagher and Francis Kenny.
80, downhill off of this, turn square left gravel. Turn square left gravel. 60. 2 right over crest, stay in the middle. 40.
Carl Authors is edging towards catching Ray Breen, and we see just how he is reeling him in his flame-throwing accent.
5 right. 40. 2 right and 2 left, 60. Go now, 2 left, 60, long 60. And 4 left again, 60 go, 4 left again.
Kevin Barrett is taking a back seat to the battle up front, but is trying very hard indeed to consolidate his position, lying currently just outside the top 5, but the pressure gets to him, and he makes a time-consuming error, costing him 2 positions.
5 left and 5 right, 30, 5 left, 30, turn 5 left into 60 over finish. Go on, oh Jesus. Reverse over the line. Go on. Well done.
Mark Courtney is enjoying his new 4-wheel drive car immensely and is still learning to drive the Group A machine.
60 flat, long crest, so 80 then crest, jump into dip, into 1 left over crest, 250 flat, so this is the dip, 1 left over crest, 250 flat.
And into view comes the leader, a very experienced Niall Maguire, who takes a very measured approach to the final loop of stages to conserve his car and the lead of the event over a hard-charging McIlvanney. This young Monaghan driver is gaining the respect of his peers with every stage mile.
70, turn 7 left. Sorry, 6 left. 50, keep middle over crest, into right, into 6 left, plus 50, 5 right over crest, late, 50.
An ever-charging Ray Breen tries to keep his 3rd position, but it's under increasing pressure from Carl Authors. David Armstrong continues to lead over the similar car of Glenn Allen. Both drivers having a good scrap on the stages with no problems to report. Sean Gallagher is the man they have to beat to take the honours in the escort category, and his Fred Crawford-built car proves faultless throughout the event.
4 right plus, 60. Long 5 right into 6 left plus.
It's all swings and roundabouts for the performance of Cathal authors, whose approach and departure in the same junction are quite different. It's all in a day's learning curve with a new car.
Go 100 now. And this left, narrow, 2 left, 2 right, stay mid. 2 left, 2 right, stay mid, 100. 100. 1 left, 40. Turn hairpin right, don't cut. 1 left, 40, turn hairpin right, don't cut.
Kevin Barrett still tries to make up for the lost time on the spin earlier, but needs to ensure that he doesn't commit the same offence again.
60 left into long straight crest. 80 down. Sudden turn 6 left, gravel maybe. 80.
Mark Courtney is sliding his Celica around with great style, getting more and more confident in his car and driving with each stage completed.
4 right over narrow bump bridge into 1 left. Double caution 4 right over narrow bump bridge into 1 left. 200 caution turn hairpin right over bridge tight. Stop it.
And at 5th overall is a textbook drive for Sean Gallagher and Francis Kenny in their escort Cosworth. Ray Breen and Andrew Purcell were 3rd, but dropped back to 4th with an overshoot on the last stage. And that overshoot promoted the accent of Cathal authors and Kerryman Jakes Kelly to a podium finish of 3rd overall. 2nd position on the 2nd round is not a bad achievement, following a former winner as Paul Goodman guides a delighted Adrian McIlvany home to a cracking result. There can only be one winner, and that is for a record 5th time Niall Maguire and Paul McLaughlin win the Monaghan Stages Rally, having led from start to finish. The local crowds give a hero's welcome to the Monaghan crew, and winning on their home ground makes the victory all the more sweeter.